Hi there, and welcome to Crystal Seed Tarot Love Relationship reading number 2. This is for September 2025, or whenever you may find this video. So let's go ahead and shuffle the cards, see what we've got for you. Okay. One more. Okay. All right, let me take a look at this, shall we? Okay. Okay, I'm going to flip this around so it's facing you. So we have got in the past King of Swords upright, in the present 3 of Pentacles upright, and in the future 5 of Cups reversed. So this is a pretty interesting reading because we're trying to ask about love and relationships, and we've got a lot of opposite energy. We do have some cups showing up in this reading, but I get kind of all work and no play kind of vibes from these 2 cards. So in the past, King of Swords upright, swords are going to be that air mentality, communication aspect. So that is going to have to do with kind of how we're thinking about things, how we're expressing ourselves, how we're communicating, but also how we're directing our energy, how we're making decisions. Swords are kind of an action taker and decision maker is what I refer to them as. And that's because you can take that sword and kind of be like, charge, this is where I'm going, move out of the way, or I'm going to draw a line in the sand and that's my boundary and don't cross me. So swords are really how we're carving our way out in life. And that has to do with mentality and communication, because we're going to think about what we want to do. We're going to speak to it, and then we're going to pick up our tool or our weapon, and we're going to go do all of that stuff. So in the past, you're showing up as King of Swords. So that means you have some kind of leadership qualities going on. And, you know, we've got the 1 through 10 in tarot, and that would be kind of a chapter of life or a journey towards full manifestation. So after 1 through 10, we have Page, Knight, Queen, and King. So really, you cannot be more manifested than the King. So this is saying in the past, you have great leadership qualities already. Maybe you are already in charge of all kinds of stuff. Maybe you own your own business. Maybe you are the boss. Maybe you have a lot of responsibilities on your shoulders. And it looks like you handle all of that beautifully. It looks like you are a leader that has their act together, and you have great communication. You are able to clearly look at things and make great decisions, and everybody respects you. You're not, you know, upside down in your throne. You're doing good in this throne. So that means you're wearing the position of king well. You're wearing those leadership qualities well. You're not letting them necessarily overtake you. Presently, you've got 3 of Pentacles upright, and Pentacles are the element of earth, so that's going to be everything in our physical life. So job, money, home, people, places, things, adulting, all the real life stuff. And this can have a lot to do with work. This is kind of this appreciation and work card where this guy is working on this fine masonry perhaps, and these guys are there to admire his work, and maybe they're going to offer him a job. 3 is, again, that number of creation, creativity. So this is about kind of creating new opportunities in the physical world for yourself. And maybe that's a new position. Maybe that's some other work endeavor. Maybe that's a raise. Maybe there's some other kind of accolades that you're getting here in the physical world with this card. And these two cards very much go together. This King of Swords and this Three of Pentacles. It seems like you're continuing to kick ass and take names in the physical world, basically. So what does this have to do with relationships and love and all of that? Nothing. So to me, this looks like in the future, you've got this Five of Cups reversed. And to me, that looks like basically all work and no play means you're losing out on your love life in some way. You're not feeding your love life. You don't have time to feed your love life, or maybe you're so very focused and kind of tunnel visioned on manifesting what you want in the physical world, in your career, in your actual, day-to-day life, that maybe we're not leaving enough room in the mix for love to come into our life or for us to receive love. Maybe we're constantly giving and doing and delegating and leading and working and all of this. We need to allow some room in our lives for that love to come through. So Five of Cups reversed. When this card is upright, I call it the Don't Cry Over Spilled Milk card, because this guy is sad that he's lost these 3 cups in the front, but he has not lost them all. He still has these 2 cups behind him. Cups are, again, water, so that's going to be love, feelings, emotions, our emotional health, our emotional strength, our emotional fulfillment, our love life, our relationships, all of that mushy gushy stuff deep down inside. And so if we have this card upright, there may be a change coming up in your emotional life. But what we have is kind of a blocked change, or that we need a change in our emotional life, in our fulfillment, in our love life, whatever it is. Right now, when we have this card reversed, all of those cups are reversed. So he's got these 3 cups poured out, but these 2 cups behind him are now upside down. So they are not holding anything in. So this is saying that you're emotionally drained. It's very hard to try and manifest a relationship when you're emotionally drained, right? You got to kind of allow yourself to feel the feels and remember what a good relationship would be like, or kind of daydream who that partner is that you want to bring into your life. If you are in a relationship and dealing with these cards, then that's going to have to do with needing to feed that relationship, and how that relationship is maybe running a little on empty because we've been so busy here in the physical world. So try and set aside some time, carve out some time. If you are the King of Swords, carve out some time for your love life, make some time for that. Give yourself that opportunity to fill your cup, because it's really hard to have any kind of love life or good relationship when we're completely drained. And that's what this feels like. So less work, more play, take a vacation, go on a date night, something like that is what you need to bring up into these cards. So this is your homework card. We want to flip this card around, right? We want to make a change in your love life. We want to make a change in your emotional department, where we are at least saving a couple of cups for ourselves to be upright, okay? So this card being in the future is not set in stone, so we can totally flip that upright and make a more positive outcome for ourselves. So that is my advice to you, is try and carve out some time for yourself to fill your own cups, or let someone else fill your own cups. But ain't nobody filling your cups right now, so we need to prioritize that. All right? I hope this reading finds you well whenever it finds you. And until next time, be well. Thanks.